It is an era of turbulence, a time of uncertainty. The world is changing. Kingdoms emerge and prepare for war. Welcome to Fantasia.
Oh, sorry, I'll close the door. I'll close the door for you. Hey guys, my name is Klautos, and I had too much to drink here at Nathan's Pub. How you guys doing? Welcome back to Fantasia, the series where I'm building an epic fantasy world in Minecraft all by myself. Thank you tremendously for clicking the thumbnail, checking out the video. I appreciate it. If you like it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be an absolute privilege to have you. Today we are here in High Auricor again. I think this may be the last video in High Auricor for a little while. Well, maybe not. I don't know, we still have so much to do here, but we have so much to do in other places as well that we have been neglecting. So that's the trouble with building multiple kingdoms all at once. You kind of have to, you know, spend a little time here, spend a little time there, a little time there, a little time there. So that's what we need to do. So I have this laid out. I did this off camera. I sort of laid out where the next building is going to be. And, you know, the way I've been doing it since I came back to YouTube is I've been building like, you know, a whole house at a time, build another one, build another one, build another one. And I feel like that's a little slow. I feel like that's kind of slowing me down a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw out like the foundations of several houses, and we'll see if we can get like this area all filled out. Maybe in this episode, all today. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, if I'm being honest, I probably won't be able to finish it all in one episode. But I have this one, and it's tricky because this is going right up to the ledge here, right? Right up to the ledge, look at that. So we're gonna have to fix some of this, like that's just weird looking, you know, we're gonna have to get all that looking right. Also, this cliff, we're probably gonna have to bring it up and take away some of the dirt, make it more stone, just so it looks a little nicer. But I don't think we're gonna do that at the same time we're making the houses. I think we'll do the houses first, we'll get all that done, then we'll make the cliff face look better afterwards. Okay, so this is the first one here, and I think the corner for the second one's gonna go here. I figure 5 spaces in between is good for, like, you know, a walkway in between the houses or whatever. You can come down here and jump off if you want to, if you had too much to drink at the inn. I'm so stupid. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. So we got to get all of this, at least get the foundations laid out. And this is kind of weird. It slopes down, it starts going down there. So I think maybe I'll cut it off here, and we'll just sort of get all this area filled out. We'll sort of figure out what to do about this slope here. Building on slopes is not my strong suit. Okay, well, I got these put in here, and I think they're in good positions. I had to do a little bit of an edit. So I put a step here because before all of this was up one level, and as a result, some of the buildings over that way were it was too steep, right? So I figured making them one block less over here would sort of solve the problem here, if that makes sense. So this was up one extra block, and so when I came down here, this was like 4 blocks tall. And it just seemed odd, so, you know, whatever. And I didn't want to mess with this too much, so I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work just fine. It's really not that big of a deal. I brought it down a level. And so this, oh, hold on, let me fix this, see? I took all of this and I pasted it back down in place. So we have some gaps here that I need to fill in. Okay, I think that's, oh, nope, there. I think we're good. So the floor on these is going to be at the same level as this, you know? It's going to be wood. It's not going to be cobblestone, right? But this is like the floor level. So for these that are like on the incline here, right? If this is the floor, I'm kind of thinking that maybe it wasn't that bad that it was 4 up, because I could make this, you know, like another door, like a basement exit kind of thing on this house, you know. But you know, we'll figure it out as we get these built in. But that's what they look like now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new buildings that are going to go here to sort of fill out this area. And I think that's going to look really nice. Now this one is kind of interesting because it's like on the corner, you know, so it's kind of like L-shaped, but I didn't want it to be like a hard L, so I sort of put this indentation right in there. So we'll see how that comes, how that turns out when we have to do the roof and stuff. That's when things kind of get a little messy sometimes. All right, y'all, we are here in the valley, a bit of a hiatus from your regularly scheduled program. We got a little bit of business to attend to, and I also want to take this moment to let you guys know that this is no longer known as the Valley of Patrons or the Hall of Patrons. Why? Because it's no longer only Patreon, it's also YouTube channel members. So we are renaming this valley and this hall to the Guild of Heroes. So if you would like to join the Guild of Heroes and get access to my resource pack and some other cool stuff, which you will see in a minute, yeah, go ahead and go over to Patreon or become a YouTube channel member, and you can get my resource pack. So we have a new person to add. We have Fat Sleepy Panda, who has joined at the goblin, not the goblin, no, the elf level. So we gotta get the stuff for elves. Why do I have this book and quill? What is that for? I don't remember what that's for. I'll look at it in a second. Okay, so where is the next spot that we have? Let's see. I think we're gonna go from the center, I guess, and sort of wrap around, right? So, yeah, right here. Fat, Sleepy Panda. Look, it fits, it fits in there. I love that name so much. That's a great name. And you get a bell because you are current. And you have blue because you are an elf. And there's your head. Thank you very much for your support. Drew, oh, where are we at? I really appreciate it very much. You are awesome. So also, as an elf, if you're like elf or above, then you get a statue here, but there's also a thing that I gotta do, which I need to do for like everybody else, which I haven't done yet, which is, hold on, gotta put these back. There, nope. I'm doing it all out of order. Come on now. There, okay. Pants, shoes, pants, shirt, hat, okay. All right, so one thing that I really need to do is I need to get the monuments back in. Now, if maybe you noticed earlier, maybe not, I don't know. I did a little bit of terraforming there and a little bit of terraforming there, because before this was like a slope going all the way down, and it was kind of weird, right? If I'm gonna have like monuments, I don't want them to be like sunken down real low. So I had this kind of sloping up a little bit, you know? And I think that's cool. So we need to go to this. We're gonna go schematic, load, monument. What did I call it? I think that's it. And they are default pasted northwest, I think. So I need to see where I'm facing. That's west, that's north. So it's going to be like that corner. So if I rotate 270 degrees, it should be there, right? So we're going to go rotate 270. And let's put Fat Sleepy Panda right here. I kind of simplified the monuments just a little bit. Paste without air. Oh, I forgot to save the schematic. There we go. See, look at that. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. Boom. Okay, so now we need a sign. And I'm just gonna use the oak sign. you know, whatever. It's fine. Can you place these at a diagonal? You can. Okay, awesome. Fat, sleepy panda. Thank you very much. You are awesome. There's your monument. Thank you for joining at the elf level. I really, really appreciate it. And I need to get all of the prior elves, orcs, and giants. We did have a few giants earlier. So I need to get the rest of the monuments put in into this area here. But that's a project for another time. Maybe we'll do that on a live stream sometime when we're over here. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled program. Check it out. We got walls up. We got our jetties situated, and we got the trim of our roofs all figured out. And I think this place is gonna feel really nice walking through it. Look at this. It's like a lane. We gotta start naming the streets, huh? I like this area here is gonna feel really cool, I think. I did a little, I missed a spot. I filled in some of the grass here just because it was a little too steep. And all of this is gonna be filled, there's gonna be houses all going around this thing. This wall needs to get pulled down basically so that all of this is wall. That needs to happen. But check this out, when you're coming up here, I think this is gonna feel really nice. This is all gonna be path, by the way. You're not gonna have to jump. You'll be able to just walk up. Yeah, this is gonna feel really nice. I think I've got enough space here. I might put a tree or something in this area, maybe up next to one of these houses. That might be kind of cool. But yeah, I think this is gonna feel really nice when it's done. I've got the roofs laid out, so now I just need to fill them in. And I marked here like what they're gonna be. So like this one is gonna be, it's dark oak trim with jungle. So it's a jungle roof with dark oak trim. This one's gonna be a spruce roof with jungle trim, and a dark oak roof with spruce trim, and a jungle roof with spruce trim, and a spruce roof with dark oak trim. I try to vary it up. So in this whole kingdom, I'm only using 3 wood textures for the roofs. Just those 3. Just because they're the most like earth tony ones, you know. I like them. I think they're awesome. So I try to mix them up a little bit, you know what I mean? As you can see. And so these will be mixed up as well. And I think it's gonna look really, really cool. So the skyline is coming into shape, I guess. I don't know. We might put another tower right here. That might look cool. Have another kind of like this one, but like right here. That might be kind of cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get these roofs done, and we'll do some embellishment on there to make them look all fancy schmancy. And I'll see you guys once that's all done. Houses done. Look at this. Look at this path going up. Yeah. Okay. I like these. I like these a lot. There's something I really want to do with my resource pack that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I'm not exactly sure how to go about it. Oh, these look really good. I like it. I like walking through here. It feels nice. One of the things that I was thinking about doing in my pack is having some way to sort of like hang flags or like laundry, you know, like, or banners or whatever, like in between the buildings, like you see in some, you know, old school villages, you know, they have like clothing lines sort of hanging around the place. So I was kind of playing around with that just a little bit, and I had here, let me clear all this up. I was playing around with the string, right, and chains. Now I'm not going to change my chain texture, right? And let's grab one of these. So let's say between these two, maybe they have, but see, you can barely see the string. See this? So I would definitely have to make the string more apparent, and because look, you can't even see it from here, right? So I'd have to make it thicker so it actually looks like a rope or something. But the thing is, you can't, I'm clicking, you can't attach a banner or anything to the string. It doesn't work that way, right? But you can attach it to, let's take these out. You can attach banners and shit to the chains. But there's this little gap there and it looks weird. You know, I just smacked my face into the log. And it looks weird. So what I'm thinking about doing, and I don't know if this is gonna work, but I definitely want to try it, is I'm going to retexture the string so that it actually just has things hanging down from it just on its own. So now normally the string would be used like on the ground if you're doing like a tripwire or something, and you'd put the string, let's see, those have bushes. Like let's say there's a tripwire right here, right? And so it'd be, I don't know if you guys can see that on the video. Maybe it's not coming out. I don't know. The string is there. You can barely see it. And it would be like, you know, a tripwire thing. So I think it'd be fine if I made the texture of the string have the cloth and stuff, but the cloth and banners or whatever and flags, they would end up being underground, you know, so you wouldn't even see them if you were to use the string the way it's meant to be used by putting it on the ground. You wouldn't even know, but you would only see the stuff hanging off it if you put it up in the air like this. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Maybe I'm taking too long to explain that, but I want to see about doing that because I want stuff sort of hanging, you know, in between. Now I won't be able to have it swoop, you know, like this. Like normally if you have a rope that goes from here to like here, you know, it would sort of droop down a little bit. Now, I don't think there's any way I could do that. I would have to put some sort of CTM, but have the CTM not apply to the texture, but to the model, I think. Maybe I could do with texture. I don't know. Anyway, it's something I want to play around with in the next resource pack update. I'm going to see if I can't get that happening. I think that would be so cool. Have like flags and stuff sort of hanging down. But now when we come through this, it no longer is like a cliff. You know, you can no longer see the cliff there. It's like you don't even realize that there's a ledge right there because this house is kind of blocking your view. I mean, you can kind of see through the window. I might even get rid of that window. Just hold on. Oops. There. We'll take that window out. Just because I don't want to be able to see all the way through it. Door. Let me go grab this door from over here. Is this? Nope. I want a spruce door. Like this one. There we go. So now, when we come down here, yeah. See, now you can't see all the way through it, right? It's weird seeing sky down there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, very cool. You can see a little bit over there. That's all right, though. And this feels so nice, so nice. I added some bushes around here. I didn't do it on all the houses, like up there. I don't know. I just wanted some bushes. I think they look nice. Another thing that I'm thinking about doing is messing with the pots. Okay, so these flower pots I really should be using for let's see, we have like flowers and shit, and let's see, let's put one in there. Just, you know, I haven't really been messing with this a whole lot, and maybe I should, just to make them look a little better. I want to retexture these pots too so that they look, you know, look at that. Look how awesome that looks. Okay, and since I went down to 8-bit on my resource pack, some of the pixels got whited out. Those were actually very, very transparent, or translucent, I should say, pixels that are no longer so. So I actually need to go through and fix that. Yeah, I could add some of that. I should probably darken that too. The item version of that is not tinted. Like if I plant it down here, it is tinted, you know, but if it's in the pot, it's not, but it's still a little too bright. I think I'll bring it down. So we have that. And then this is new. These are new to me. I have never messed with these. I have not played the game since these came out, and they're pretty cool. And you can add like designs on them and stuff if you go and find these shards and you put them in there. But I thought about maybe doing different textures for these and making it randomized, kind of like how my let's see, hold on, crafting table is randomized. So sometimes it looks like that, sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's like that. There's different textures that appear randomly. So I'm thinking about doing that with these pots in the pack, right? So, and it'll be kind of bland. I still want to have a purpose for using the shards to put like the decorations on them, you know, and the shapes and stuff. So when I retexture these, they're not going to have, you know, like different shapes on them and stuff. But I may have like different hues, different colors. They would still be very earth tone, but yeah, I think I'll have like, you know, maybe 8 different versions, and it's kind of like random, you know, random versions of these pots. I think that would be cool, and it's something else I could use to decorate, you know, all of the porches and stuff, which I haven't been doing really, except for just, you know, tables and stuff, you know. Let's add another one here. So if we go, these are all in natural blocks, I think. Yes, flowers. I have to do all my flowers. This is all new stuff. Torch flower, what's this? A lot of this stuff I haven't seen. oh, that is too bright. Oh, that's too bright. Okay, we're taking it out for now. We'll do it once I retexture all of my plants, which I think is going to be the next resource pack update. Is going to have all the plants, but that's after all the like profession blocks, because I still have to do like the loom and the blast furnace and the lectern, and you know, there's a lot that I got to do on those. So I did in the last hack, let's see, stone. I did do the stone cutter, right? And I did the what is it called? Cartography table, right? So the stone cutter looks like that, which is cool. Cartography table looks like this, and it's got a CTM on it, which is cool. So you have this map that sort of changes. And I have crafting table, and I have furnace, and I have note block. But I still have a lot to do on that. So next resource pack update is going to be the profession blocks, and then it'll be all the plants. All right, I'm going to do all the little flowers and shit like that. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Share the video if you liked it, and I hope to see you guys in the next chapter of Fantasia. And until that time, be excellent to each other, and farewell.